Attacks are increasing in size, sophistication, and cost, with businesses facing challenges such as limited resources, low employee awareness of threats, compromised devices, and data leaks. It's critical to have a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy in place. Is your business secure? Take the next step toward protecting your business and ultimately your reputation. Contact Alaska Communications today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in about 5 minutes. And Racer on stage in about 5 minutes to come in close. In about 5 minutes. Thank you. You want to do it? All right. And we're going to get here from stage. So to get in a little closer, you can hear the racer draw starting shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about ready to get underway here. We're going to do our racer drawing, and we're also going to hear from Iron Dog President Jeff Johnson and Iron Dog Board Director Doug Dixon. Again, we're going to be getting underway here just in a moment with our racer drawing. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do this. Okay, guys, ready?
That's the sound
All right,
of
ladies and
freedom.
gentlemen, it is
You
my
have the
pleasure to
freedom ride
introduce.
in the powder or on the trail. You have the freedom to choose the best products for your sled without risking your warranty. AMSOIL Interceptor delivers proven protection in every brand of snowmobile and keeps power valves clean. Plus, it flows.
Welcome to the 2019 Racer Draw. The 2019 Iron Dog began this morning with the trail class leaving, and they're actually already in Puntilla. We'll be heading on to McGrath tomorrow. May they enjoy their ride and ride safely in Nome. Thank you to the pro class racers who are why we're here tonight. We want to take a moment to recognize their families, supporters, and fans that allow them to compete in the world's longest, toughest snow machine race in the world. Let's give them a round of applause. Tonight, I'd also like to recognize the Iron Dog Board of Directors. They worked hard to make this year a success. And would our board members please stand up and give a little wave. A big thank you also goes out to our premier level sponsors, Donlin Gold as host of the Safety Expo today and the $10,000 halfway prize in Nome. Alaska Communication Services for supporting our South High student media team and providing all the connectivity for our office and our live streaming of our events. AMSOIL, Hatcher Pass Polaris, Northern Air Cargo, Climb, Monster, Northwoods Lodge, and Debenham Properties. I'd also like to recognize our pro class level sponsors, Alaska Spine Institute, Linden, Fairbanks Chevrolet, Carlisle, Crowley, Everett's Air Cargo, Spinard Builders Supply, Rainproof Roofing, Bailey's Rental, Specialty Truck and Auto, Team CC, Pikes Waterfront Lodge, AIH, KTUU, Woody's, the City of Nome and the Nome Lions Club, Subway, Johnson Investments, Warning Lights of Alaska, White Spruce Trailers, the South Anchorage High Media Team, and Life Med Alaska. Our bench of sponsors is deep with talent. Please give these folks your business and help them continue to grow. This year, we'd like to dedicate one of the most challenging portions of the Iron Dog Trail, the Poor Man Crossing, to longtime Ophir checker and inspiration, Chris Woolsey of Takatna. Chris has been a volunteer and student mentor with Iron Dog for years, and sadly this year, the bell tolled for him. Please hold him in your hearts as you navigate the deep woods past Ophir. Thank you again for coming out tonight, and see you all at Deschka Landing for the pro class start on Sunday.
All right, thank you, Jeff Johnson. Next up, it's my pleasure to introduce Iron Dog Board Director Doug Dixon.
Okay, hey, thanks everybody. I missed somebody when I was talking earlier, Guardian Flight. They're over here. They going to be taking care of you guys along the trail if you were to get hurt, something goes wrong. They also provided those trophies. Jeff missed them. I missed them earlier. Sorry about that, guys, but round of applause for them. I think it's expensive to get flown home on a live flight, so that's a nice setup. Tonight, I'm kind of filling in, going to talk about, or just say a few things about what's going on. John Woodbury asked me to say some words on his behalf. John had a little setback last week that I'm not going to go into. That's his business. I'm sure he'll talk about it when he gets to feeling better. He's well on the road to recovery and doing great. So we'll leave it there at that. He's still very active. He wrote out 3 pages for me to talk tonight. There's no way I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm going to wing it. Couple things. I think all you guys know, a lot of you racers were involved in the big meeting at Eagle River, and hey, the race is canceled. What's going on? What are we going to do? Well, what we did is we gathered up a bunch of new board members. We found us a good executive director. We basically started with nothing. We had $10,000 in the bank. We had $10,000 in debt, and we pulled it off. You guys are getting $100,000 in cash payback. We got 90-some thousand in contingencies. All the bills are paid. This raffle is huge. This raffle money is what's going to carry us through the summer. It's what's going to get us going for next year. So, man, if you haven't bought a ticket or you got friends that haven't bought a ticket, let's get them to buy some tickets, and that's going to pave the road for this next year. Donlin Gold stepped up this year, as they have every year. They're huge for us. Basically, our title sponsor this year, sponsoring this expo here, sponsoring the halfway. That's huge. And then Jeff hit on a bunch of others that have helped out. I can't think of all of them. I don't want to miss some of them, so I'm going to let it stand with what Jeff had to say. John also wanted me to bring up, as you guys are racing through the villages, you're racing through the towns, take a minute to thank the guys at the pump. They're volunteers. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're at. So if you got a chance, just, hey, put a hand out, press palm, thank them while you're there. Let's see. I gotta go over this just a tad. Most of the supplies have made it to all the checkpoints. I think there's a couple that were shy, but they're on major routes. Like Nome just got their stuff today. Everywhere else, I think everything's in place. As the trail class moves up the trail, we'll learn more. You racers will get a better insight of what's going on the front part of the trail Sunday morning once we get reports back from them. Once you get through to McGrath, Dave will know what trail class has done and seen getting to Galena. Once you come through Galena, I'll be checking in Galena this year. I'll give you reports on what's going on to Unalakleet, whether you stay or you go through. I'll give you what I know as quickly as we can. And really, that's about it. You guys have been there before, so let's go out and have some fun, and we'll get her done. So I guess, Spencer, it's on you now, bud. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Doug. And now the moment that y'all have been waiting for. The 2019 Racer Draw for Start Order. As a reminder for teams, we will draw 3 teams at a time. And so please make your way forward. At that time, you get called and give your remarks. And so again, we're going to do 3 at a time here. We're going to get some helpers up here on stage to do this. All right, going first, team number 20. Team number 20. That, of course, is Robbie Shackle and Scott Feo. Team number 20 is going first. Number 2. Team number 14, Brian Leslie and Casey Bolin. And going third is team number 5, Brett Lapham and Zach Wise. All right, so I'm going to ask team number 20, team number 14, and team number 5 to come up on stage here. Stairs are over here, y'all. Or you guys can jump. I know you're fit. Sure, if we want to do... All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with team 14, which is going second. They're going to get us going here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Iron Dog, for being able to pull together this race. It's pretty awesome. Third year for us. We're pretty excited. Seeing a lot of new things. So it's awesome. Everyone's putting in a lot of effort. Good job to everyone. A couple sponsors I'd like to thank is AK Frost. They came on board and helped us out huge. I don't think we'd be able to do the race without them. Skidoo, helping us out huge this year, really getting behind us quite a bit more, and building such a good snowmobile. Team CC, Corey and Barb, and Danny and everyone, they've worked so hard on getting our sleds riding good. They put in a lot of time, a lot of phone calls, and I know we sound like prima donnas. Well, we kind of are. Helping us get our sleds dialed in, that's big. Ben Cruz, General Constructors, he's flying for us. Pretty awesome. My dad for building our sleds. IBW 1547. Stan James, Raven Electric, Woodworth Electric, helping us out big. A couple new sponsors here.
Yeah, I would just like to add on thanks to Iron Dog, and thanks for picking us second again, or for the second year in a row. But here we go. We're going to do Woodworth Electric. Thanks again. You guys have always been support. Anderson Concrete, New Horizons Telecom, Stud Boy, CNA Skis, Anchorage Yamaha and Polaris, Bummer Services, Bailey's Rental, Grip and Rip Bracing, Rebound, Fine Line Interiors, Big Dreams Transport, and XPS Oils. And thanks everyone and family and friends for cheering us on. And let's go have a fun year.
All right, again, that was team number 14, and they're going to be second off the line. We're still waiting for a team member from team number 20, so we're going to go to our third starters. Team number 5, come on up here.
We'd like to thank all the volunteers for putting on the race to make this happen. Start out thanking my wife. Took 2 years off, and now we're back at it. A huge thanks to Crowley Fuels, Alaska Directional, Palmer Dental Center, Climb, AMSoil, Walker Evans, Vermeer, Studboy Traction, my family, and the Barber family. Huge support for us.
Yeah, I'd like to touch and thank all the volunteers to help make this happen again, and all the sponsors that stepped up. Three Bears Alaska, Ogon Sports and Medicine, Prism Design and Construction, Hatcher's Pass Polaris, Unleashed HP, Nodak Electric, Lone Pine Fabrication, Clewine Family, and all my parents, friends, family, and all the other racers.
All right, and now we're going to hear from team number 20, who's going to be first off the line this year. Team number 20.
Hey. Thank you. Sorry for the delay. I'd like to thank Iron Dog, all the volunteers, and everybody that puts this whole event together. I'd like to thank Corey and Barb at CC Skidoo for everything that they've done for us and helped us through, and Danny with Gueco Racing for our shock work. It's huge for us. I just want to run through some of my big sponsors that made all this possible. XPS, Motorfist, Studboy, Pat Riley, New Horizons, IBW 1547, Swanson Steel, Bad Grammar, Dr. Haggerty, Canyon Lake Lodge, Luff Orthodontics, Mark and Deanne Hamlin, Heli Alaska, Rock Solid Pile Company, International Aviation, Northern Quality Homes, Alaska LED, General Constructors, Back and Neck Center, Affordable Dental, Summit Agricultural, Dean's Automotive, Ed Anderson Allstate, Chad and Hannah Weehee, Mike Groh, Work Zone, Karen Hutton, Perfect Start Espresso, Fine Line Interiors, Doug Dixon, always coming through whenever we need it, Lone Pine Fabrication, GMC Contracting, and I just want to say thanks to Robbie for going with me on this race and this little adventure.
Yeah, thanks Chad for bringing me along. I mean, Scott. Thanks Corey, Team CC, Barb, my family, Feos, Guecos, and everybody that does Iron Dog. Thank you.
All right, next up we're going to draw to find out who's coming off the line 4th, 5th, and 6th to start things off the 2019 Iron Dog race. Okay, in 4th is team number 49, Clint Vanderwegen and Andrew Gumley. And in 5th, team number 3, Stephen Boney and Oliver Unruh.
That's 5, and here is 6.
And in 6th, team number 16, Todd Minnick and Nick Olstad. Okay, let's start things off with Team 49.
Hey, thank you everybody for being here. I'm Andrew Gumley. This is my partner Clint Van Wingerden. We're super thrilled to be here. Just wanted to first acknowledge our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's why we're here, guys, so thank you very much. Our family, we could not be doing this without you. Ann, Renee, and Callie, you guys are both incredible support to both of us. Kids, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Mom and Dad Van Wingerden and Kesslers, and man, Alan and Adele, you guys rock. We want to thank our corporate sponsors too. We've got an incredible sponsorship with Walker Manufacturing Company down in Fort Collins, Colorado, Rulin and Associates, Alyeska Pipeline Service Company, Special Events Alaska, Pioneer Peak Orthopedics, Polaris Racing, FXR Racing, Fast Track Traction, Gorilla Fireworks, Doug's Machine Shop, Shackley Resource Center, Matsu Miners, Diversified Tire, Arctic Fox, Steel Buildings, Matsu Landscaping and Lawn Maintenance, Woody's Traction, Galloway Consulting, Thomas Kaza, Zugger Shocks, Cedric and Joanne Kessler, Done by Saturday, and special thanks to the students and faculty at Burchell High School.
Yeah, Andrew summed it up well. Good job. Just want to say thanks again to the family. Again, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and then all the people here too, and all the Iron Dog folks and volunteers that's making this possible this year. And thanks to Andrew, my partner. So looking forward to the race.
All right, starting the race in 5th position is team number 3. Team number 3.
So I know it's been said a lot, but it can't be said enough. What a miracle these guys pulled off this year, all the new board members and new sponsors and all that. So that's awesome. Thanks, guys. We don't have a ton of sponsors, but we got a lot of help. Mr. Dixon, Fine Line, of course, helps everybody. My wife, Steven's wife, Prop Shop. That's really the main help we got. So.
I'd like to thank Arctic Cat, Anchorage Suzuki Arctic Cat, Donlin Gold, Prop Shop, my wife and kids let me do this again, which is a lot to have said, and just friends and family that keep pushing us through this. Doug Dixon, yep, big help again, in charge of stickers and clickers, and yep, Iron Dog for pulling through. Vince Alsburn, our parts man, standing by, and especially Truck and Auto, Keith, and everybody have a good, clean, safe race. Thank you.
All right, 6th off the line is going to be team number 16. Team number 16.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to thank Iron Dog for putting this race on when it looked like it wasn't going to happen. It all came together. All the volunteers, Doug Dixon, he came through with our seats and gauntlets. I got a big list. Team CC, Climb, Midle Brothers, CMI, XPS, Fox, Skidoo, Rod and Arlene Miller, Quamtech, Palmatech, Perkup Expresso, and VFW Post 9365. And thank everyone, friends, family. Thanks.
I'd like to thank Sherilyn, Emma, and Canyon for putting up with us. And Gilbert, he's been there first for years. Really appreciate you, Gilbert. Allison, thank you for everything. Dan and Ben, thanks, guys. Barb and Corey, thank you very much for bringing us on and treating us like family. So we sure appreciate all the support. And thanks, Iron Dog, all the volunteers, all the people that make this race happen, and everybody in this room is keeping it going. And this will be a good year to show them we can still do it. So thanks, everybody. Have a safe race.
All right, let's find out who's going to be in starting positions 7, 8, and 9. Starting in 7th is going to be team number 42. Team number 42, Amos Cruz and Jarvis Miller. Starting in 8th position is team number 15, Micah Huss and Wes Selby. And starting the race in 9th position is team number 8. Team number 8 is starting in 9th position, Tyler Ackelstead and Tyson Johnson. All right. Let's hear from team number 42, starting in 7th position.
I'd like to thank Q Trucking, Charlie and Jennifer Reeder, Climb, Amsoil, Hattie Keller, Joe and Terry Miller, Jordan and Chelsea Reeder, Misty Reeder, Team CC, Danny Gueco, Johnny Benke, and then all the volunteers and officials that keep this race going. Thank you.
I'd like to thank, all our sponsors, Q Trucking, Climb, Stud Boy, Jeff Peggy Darling, VFW, Geico Racing, Northwest Gold Diggers, Chris Anderson, Ryan Tonseth, Joe Miller, Jerry Miller, Jordan Miller, John Schaefer, Dennis Banky, Joe Fullwood, Frida Beasley, Howard Beasley, Perry Brass, all the Iron Dog staff, volunteers, and everybody else behind the scenes. Thanks.
Good evening. This year I had the pleasure of being on a board with a group of fine people, and I feel very proud with what we accomplished this year, considering the alternative. So I wanted to thank everybody that made that happen this year. Also like to thank Wes for coming up and racing with me this season. We also have some sponsors we'd like to thank. Great Land Welding and Machine. We'd like to thank Textron, Doug with Fine Line Interiors, Lunster Motorsports, Wasilla Articat, Morgan Sales and Service, No Machine Works, Larson Racing, Thunder Products, Advanced Powder Coatings, our pilot James Spikes, the Team Arctic Race Shop, Mike Coletti, Don Hagen, Kellen Burke, Brian Dick, Ben Langus, Dane Efta. I'd like to thank my girlfriend Iris Wheeler, my kids Ronnie, Aiden, and Caitlin, and Alicia Martin, Grip and Racing, Goose Sports, and I'll turn it over to Wes.
It's nice to meet a lot of you guys up here. I'm pretty excited to come up here and race this race. Raced with a couple of people from here that are up here, and I'm excited for a new challenge to meet all you guys. Everyone I've met is really nice, and looking forward to this race. So I'd like to wish you all a good race and thank my sponsors, of course. Arctic Cat, Fly Racing, Motorfist, Speedworks, Erico, Studboy Traction Products, Camso, 139 Designs, and C-Tech 2 Oil, Vision X, and Trail Tank, Fox Racing Shocks. So we'll hopefully see you guys all in Fairbanks, and good luck.
Hey guys. First off, yeah, I'd like to, as many have already said, thank this new board that's on at Iron Dog for making this happen when a lot of people were maybe saying it wasn't possible. Thank you guys, and this is looking forward to this year and hopefully be a really good race. First, I'd like to thank my wife, my two little boys right there for allowing me to do this because I've become a kind of an absent father here the last couple weeks. As well, a few of the key people that really have stood by us for years and make this possible is Team CC and Corey and Barb there. You guys keep hearing their name, but they go above and beyond, not just for us, but the whole sport, and really appreciate everything they do for us and everybody else in this race to keep it going. A couple other people would be Keith Montanak in Specialty Truck and Auto. He's a member on the board, and as well as somebody that's not just helps us, but kind of helps the whole race as a whole and really puts in a lot, and can't say enough about him. Doug Dixon over at Fine Line, he's the bag man. He makes everybody's bags best bags in the business, and great guy. Mike Vassar over at Odom Corp stood behind us for years, and I'll let Tyson keep off the list.
Yeah, I'd like to reiterate the fact that we got this race going this year with all the struggles obviously coming in. The new board took over and did an amazing job getting everything together and all the volunteers, and pretty amazing that we're having a race this year. So my wife, Alexis, our two kids, thank you for allowing me to do this every year. A couple of our top sponsors, Ski-Doo, obviously Corey at Team CC, Cruise Companies, Dave, MTA, Global Fuel, Climb, Specialty Truck and Auto, the Alaska Club, Northwoods Lodge, Studboy Traction, IBEW, Barney's Sports Chalet, B&B Transmission, SCS Unlimited, Grip and Rip Racing Products, RPM Composites, Bread and Brew Alaska, Sheet Metal Inc., Straight Line Performance, Fine Line Interiors, XPS Oil, Advanced Powder Coating, and MGM. Also, a couple other people, Johnny Tobison, Johnny Dean, like Tyler said, Keith Montanak, not only flying for us, but a board member, kind of helping get this race up and going again. I think everybody should thank him if you see him out there on the trail. And Steve Spence. Thank you.
$12. Starting in 10th place, team number 44, Kyle Crosby and Michael Lilly.
Yeah, take that one. Perfect.
Starting in 11th place, team number 12, Kenneth Clewine and Cruz Clewine. And in 13th position, team number 6. Team number 6, Adam Drinkhorse and Brad George. All right, let's start things off with team number 44.
How's it going? I'm going to keep this short. We'd like to thank Bigfoot Pumping and Thawing, Northern Power Sports, Limburner Realty, True North Oilfield Services, Scott Saluka Racing, Mossy Oak Properties of Kenai, Darby's Performance, H&H Sheet Metal, My Grandma's House, Arctic Cat, Vision X, Fine Line Interiors, and all of our friends and family that made this possible. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I'd like to also just continue. I know it's been said over and over, but thanks to the new Iron Dog board, all the volunteers, all the Iron Dog sponsors that were able to put this race together. It was definitely looking grim, and I mean, those guys just did a fantastic job, and they can't be thanked enough. We really appreciate it. We've got a list here, and we'll kind of go through there, but I would like to thank, of course, friends, family, my dad for all the work and support that he gives us and his experience. My wife and my 2 kids, without their support, and same thing. It's a lot of the weekends and nights we're not there, during this busy time in the year to get ready. So really appreciate their support in doing this event. I'd also like to thank now the list of sponsors here: to Northern Powerline Constructors, NPC Energy Services. That's Jason Hodges, huge sponsor of ours. Taylor Fire Protection Services, Wendy and Rick Taylor. I mean, an awesome sponsor, great guys, and we really appreciate their support. Robinson Millwork, Polaris Industries, Frontier Dental Care, Law Office of Royce and Brain, Polaris Engineered Lubricants, and I'm going to pass it over here to Cruz.
Once again, thank everyone on the new Iron Dog board. It's really exciting that we're able to get a race. It's just a good turnout this year too. Once again, thank our family, my dad. Without him, we couldn't do this. And my mom, my brother's wife for letting me steal him all winter long. And then my girlfriend Amanda, and the Barber family, the Taylor family. It's just, yeah, it's awesome. Well, I'd like to thank Electric Power Constructors, Duclos Orthodontics, Charter College, Spencer at Distinctive Ride, Hatch Pass Polaris, Wasilla and Willow Stores, Climb, Be Original Signs, Valley Auto Body, Scott Goggles, Venom Products, Walker Evans Racing, Grip and Rip Racing, Woody's, Rent and Coil Spring, and Taylor Designs. Thank you, guys.
All right. First off, I'd like to thank my fiance, Chelsea. Thanks for letting me do this again. And then Iron Dog, I know everybody said it and everybody's going to say it, but all the volunteers and all the board members, everything in Iron Dog, you guys, like Tyson was saying, this race is going downhill, and we were losing sponsors, and they all pulled together, and appreciate everything you guys have done for this race. All the volunteers, everybody in all the checkpoints, everything, thank you so much. I mean, appreciate it. Wouldn't be a race without you guys. Houston Grass, Alaska Line Builders, Napa, IBW, Weldair, Howdy, Western Construction Equipment, Anderson Concrete, Alaska Fast Cash, Hard Rock Plumbing and Heating, Criterion, Hangar Doors of Alaska, Crazy Moose Subs, and Learn to Return, and then Lance at Alaska Fuel Systems. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. You're huge. Oh, and my dad. Obviously, everybody knows I couldn't do this without my dad. My dad does everything. And then our pilot, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you, Team CC, and my family, and the whole George family.
And Micah Huss. Love you, Micah.
All right, next up, we're going to find out who's starting 13th, 14th, and 15th. Starting in 13th position is team number 45, Barney Anselman and Thomas Baumgardner. In 14th position is team number 17, Ray Quasash and Corey Berg. And in 15th position, team number 39, Cody Barber and Shane Barber. All right, come on up, y'all.
First off, I'd like to thank Iron Dog for putting this on for everybody and all the volunteers. My wife, Misty, and my family and kids. And Stan and Shauna Summers for putting us up here, letting us stay up late and bang around in their garage. Appreciate you guys. Corey, Team CC, Danny Gueco, you guys have been great. Donlin Gold. Doug Dixon at Fine Line, Dr. James Hodges, Doc Masters, Randy Walton, Climb, Van Lin, Concrete and Construction, FCC Construction, AC Commercial, Jen at Hotel McGrath, SciPay Mining, and Stud Boy. And if I forgot anybody, thank you all.
I'd like to thank the Baumgartner family, Anselman family, Summers for the garage space. Thank you. Jennifer Vanderpool, Tamara Vanderpool, McGrath community, Tacotna community, and the Nikolai community. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my family for letting me do this again, wife and kids. I know it's crazy at times, miss a lot of stuff, but something I guess I always feel like I can do better, and you know, everybody wants to go out there and kind of do their best, and haven't had that in the past. I got to thank Corey for running with me. We've been practicing for a couple of years and come up with a pretty good team. And Little Red Services, ASRC Energy Services, they both stepped up huge this year. We definitely wouldn't be able to be out here without them. Mechanical Specialists, they've been there every year for about 5 years now. Hatchers Polaris, Chris Graber, she really hooked us up this year and helped us out. Climb Riding Gear and Heli Alaska, and Stevie Leonard for flying air support for us. He's been huge this year, and I'm sure it'll continue out on the trail.
All right, I'd like to thank Ray for training so much with me, practicing the last couple of years. We've been wanting to put this on for a while, get dialed in with her good pace and everything, know each other. I'd like to thank Chris Graber over at Hatchers Pass Polaris for finding us some sleds, getting us hooked up, and making that happen. Lone Pine Fabrications, Matt Spurnack for getting our shocks dialed in last minute. They work great. Thanks, Matt. Ryan Armstrong, Security Mini Storage, Luke George over there. He's helping me out great. Us keeping on board. Terry Hansen, What Tattoo, M's Lodge up the river. They helped me out about a month ago when I had issues. Pulled in there, whiteout storm, no issues. Barry had my sled in the shop, tore it all apart, got me back on the trail. Great people up there at Lake Creek. We're racing this race for my dad, Big Mike, Tim and Darcy Shackle. They came through, sponsored us. Sat Rhonda Sweat, Shane Barber for the endless amount of shock work, helping us out. My first year on Polaris, so anything helps, and he's been great help with getting the sleds dialed in. Todd Palin for letting me come pick through his parts over at his shop when he's got other things going on. Helped us out huge. And Robbie Shackle, he's always been helping me out through the years, and it'd be fun to be on the trail racing with you. Chase you guys down, man. Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Good evening. First, I guess I'd like to thank everybody that helped put this event on, not just the event itself, but the gathering tonight, and then also all the support on the trail from the volunteers and people along the way. So it's often maybe not noted as much as it should be, but those folks put a lot of time and energy into this event just as much as the races. So thank you. With that being said, a few sponsors we'd like to thank. We'd like to thank Woody's, Alaska Air Taxi, Trijet, Doug Van Wingerden for last-minute items that he was able to mill out for us, so we appreciate that. I'd like to thank my family and friends that have helped to get us to this point. And last but not least, my beautiful wife, Tammy. So a tremendous amount of support, whether it's bringing food out to the shop at 2 a.m. in the morning, or maybe making sure our bibs are on our coats or we're ready for tech. So there's a lot of effort that goes into this from all those people. So thank you very much.
Cody Barber, I'd like to thank a couple more sponsors. Aurora Drilling and Consulting, Polaris, they've been great. Climb, Hatcher Pass Polaris, Graber, you're awesome. Walker Evans Shocks, all the help in the shop, my grandpa, David, Andy, Dennis, you guys all know who you are, we appreciate it. Last but not least, my wife, Brandy, my 3 kids, Bryant, Allie, and Eli. Thanks for being a single mom while I do this race. But and obviously my dad for dragging me down the trail this year. It should be a good ride.
All right, let's find out who's starting this race in places 16, 17, and 18. Again, starting places 16, 17, and 18. In 16th, team number 32, Kelly Summer and George Mountain. All right, in 17th, team number 35, Jared Vaughn and Michael Oliver. And starting the race in 18th position, team number 25, Dietrich Nikolai and Nicholas Reeder.
I want to thank everybody that made this race possible this year. Our sponsors are Polaris Outpost, Compos, Northern Power Sports, Street Sounds, Darby's Performance and Machine. I want to thank Troy Conlin and Bobby Menny for all their help, Todd Palin for his advice. Randy Kangas for letting us hijack his garage all winter. Oh yeah, Auto Trim Design for the stickers. Shannon Jenkins for the place to stay while we're down here. Oh yeah, Earl Summer and Joyce Summer, Hank Summer for letting us borrow his trailer. All our friends and family who helped us and supported us along the way.
First off, I want to thank my wife, Jennifer, and kids, McKenna, Austin, and Riley. And everybody here knows Sarah Miller, but she puts in way more time than anybody else I know here. So thank you, Sarah, for all your work. All right, our sponsors, thanks to Lexan Moto, Ingersoll Sheet Metal, Eagle River Polaris Arctic Cat, Fly Racing, Matsu Brewing Company, Preferred Care at Home of Alaska, Opus Memoria, Daylight Electric, Adventures at Eye Care, my folks, Mark and Lynn Vaughn.
I'd like to thank our other sponsors, Shay Oliver, Thomas Penatac, Matt Mercer, Big Dipper Clothing, Green Fabrication, Jerry Oliver, my auntie, Rachel Kidwell, Color Art Printing, Quality Auto, Nome, Alaska, and Kira Eckenweiler, and Alaska Mechanical Contractors.
All right, I'd like to start off by thanking all the board members for helping put this race back together, all the volunteers that are out there helping out as well. Some of our main sponsors, Q Trucking, Connect Construction, Alaska Air Transit, Hatcher's Pass Polaris, Climb, Doug Dixon with Fine Line, Pay Dirt Excavation, Stud Boy, Dan Risner, my mom Renita, and Manzi.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Todd Palin for helping us out. Also like to thank Team 10, Chris and Mike for helping us get these indies dialed in. Team 45, Barney and TR for letting us borrow some gas. Larry Levine, Matt Spurnack, Gary and Rosalie Egris. The communities of Nikolai McGrath and Nome. My wife Renee, thanks for all your help and support. And thanks for all the sponsors and all volunteers that make this race happen.
Oh, and my girlfriend, thank you.
All right, starting positions 19, 20, and 21. Starting the race in 19th position is team number 29, Larry Levine and Danielle Levine. Starting the race in 20th position is team number 31. Team number 31, Troy Conlin and Bobby Minnie. And starting the race in 21st position is team number 4. Team number 4, Ben Meebs and Daniel Tebow. All right, come on up if y'all are ready.
I'm riding Polaris with my wonderful daughter who stepped in at the last minute, filling in for my prior partner, Dave. I want to apologize first off to the sponsors I'm going to leave out. And apparently in my sense of humor, I possibly neglected to say how wonderful and charming and supportive my wife is. And it may have come out in a deleterious way for my happiness over the next 30 or 40 years of my life. We've been together since 1983. I love her dearly. And with that said, I think we all have to give a shout out for the family and friends, the people who've been around us since we're in kindergarten, help us sing out, the new people we meet along the line and along the trail. Thank you for being in a wonderful Iron Dog family. Thank you so much. We're good. See you on the trail.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I want to thank all the sponsors that made this race possible. I was pretty upset after not racing last year and sitting on the sidelines, and the possibility of this not happening again this year was something I didn't want to see happen. So all the volunteers along the trail and the sponsors for this race, just thank you again for that. We have a ton of thank yous. Going to miss a lot of them, but pretty much everyone in the state helped us. Almost every team out here has answered a lot of questions for us. Switching over to new sleds, new brand, we needed a lot of help in the direction we were going, and we found it with you guys. Thank you guys. I want to thank my wife, Chloe, for taking care of things at home while we're out and in the garage most of the time. My dad, my brother, Jamie for helping us down here. Skidoo, Delta Power Sports, Team CC, Darby's Performance, Team Industries, Lavelle's Tap House, Ben at Auto Trim Design, Stan at Holiday Parks, FXR, Mole Care Lawn Care, and I want to thank Bobby for everything he's done this year. It's been a rough year in training. So,
Yeah, I'd like to thank Troy for kind of hitting me up and bringing this whole thing on, and it hasn't been easy. I think we got one moose, one totaled truck, a totaled snowmobile, a bunch of other broken parts. My practice sled's not in very good shape, but we made it, and just like to thank all the volunteers and my girlfriend Jamie. She's quite the parts runner from Anchorage, and just want to thank CNA, Team CC 509, my dad for flying up, Troy's family, his brother and his dad stepped up huge, and everybody that helped us switch over to these Skidoos. As you know, I've been on another brand for a long time, so this is really good. I'm liking the sleds, and I'd like to thank Corey for bringing me on at Team CC. And can't forget Woody's. They stepped up and last minute sent us some stuff the other day, and it was huge. So there's a bunch of other sponsors that we're forgetting, and just want to thank those, hopefully on the podium. So thanks.
All right, I want to start off by thanking Iron Dog and everybody else for making this happen. I also want to thank my wife and kids for letting me do this year after year, even though you don't want me to. My mom for coming to show support, my aunt and my cousin for showing up here. I also want to thank Team CC, everybody over there. There's not just one person, whether they're parts or service department, it doesn't matter who it is, they do anything and everything for us at any given time. Climb, Woody's Traction Products, Alaska Safety, Alina at Edge Fitness for making us go to the gym for quite a few months. My whole family at Big Dipper Construction, Jason and his crew at Pioneer Peak Asphalt, Larry at Alaska Spine Institute, always lending us a nice warm garage to get dressed in. All Seasons Clothing, Doug, Fine Line Interiors, XPS Lubricants, Spike Coat over at MGM, Midel Brothers Concrete, QSI Pile Driving, and Java Hut Espresso. And thank him for asking me to do the race again.
First of all, I'd like to say thanks to my wife, Annie, my son, Jack, my daughter, Dylan, my daughter, Tess. Couldn't do it without you guys. All my friends and other family supported me along the way. I know I've been a pain these last couple months. Everybody at CC, you guys have been great. I appreciate all the help. Electric power constructors, Patelcom Supply, DMC, H5 Construction, Robert Yunt Homes, IBW 1547, Natural Photography, Acme Auto Body, Boutte Company, Midnight Sun Environmental, Iron Dog, and all the other teams that have helped us. Todd and Nick, Tyler and Tyson, all the advice and all the help. I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, there's only 3 more ping pong balls in there. We're going to draw positions 22, 23, and 24. Starting in 22nd position, team number 30. Team number 30. That's Kyle Connor and Blake Elder. Starting in 23rd position, team number 26. Team number 26, Ivers Carlson and Robert Mason. And in starting the race in 24th position, team number 10. Team number 10, Mike Morgan and Chris Olds.
Right on. Mostly want to thank my wife. She's #1 sponsor for sure. Keeping track of us in the garage and keeping track of the Rugrats wherever we go.
Well said. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Big Boys Toys Storage and Chris Elder, RMG Real Estate, First Rate Financial, Punt Brothers Construction, John Brandt with Country Financial, Vision X, and lastly, I'd like to thank our main motivation for this, Larry the Enticer Guy.
Hello, I'm Rob Mason. I'd like to start off by thanking Iron Dog, the new board of directors, all the volunteers, all you fans, all you racers for helping us put this thing on again. You guys are all great. We couldn't do it without any of you. I'd like to thank my beautiful girlfriend, Lisa Bishop, right there, putting up with me, working on sleds and taking off and canceling plans. I'd like to thank my son, Camden Mason, my brother, Rodney Mason, all my friends and family, Brad Samansky, Russell Armstrong, Tommy John, Polaris Industries, Polaris Lubricants, Zebros, Exit Shocks, Burbank Sand and Gravel, Dave Mongold, Dynamic Painting, one of our huge sponsors, would not be possible without them. Climb, Interior Towing, Interior Mobile and Welding, Studboy Traction, College Collision, Indy Specialties, Dan Simmons and Family, and Auto Trim Design. And this guy for being my partner.
Well, thank you. Evening, everyone. Just to make it short and sweet, I'd like to add to our sponsor list of Zollinger Racing, Polaris Racing, Polaris Lubricants, Hides Clothing, Alaska LED, Allstate Insurance, Fairbanks Sand and Gravel, A2D Sledworks, Dan Simmons again, Bike Performance, Southside Tattoo, Sladen Plumbing and Heating, and all the friends and family that have made this possible. And all you guys for showing up and all the racers we get to go against. Thanks.
Man, I thought for sure they left our number out there. I was hoping we'd have a redraw there. No, we'd just like to thank the Iron Dog and everybody that rallied together to make it happen this year. It was kind of a weird year with the rebuilding of the board and everything. So thanks to the new board and thanks to all the Iron Dog sponsors for making it happen once again. And we'd like to thank our sponsors. Polaris Industries has always been huge for us. Climb, Eagle River Polaris and Arctic Cat, Walker Evans Shocks, my dad Stan for flying for us, Polaris Engineered Lubricants, Northern Air Cargo,
Q Trucking up in Nome, Northern Powerline Constructors, Stud Boy Traction Products, my local union hall, Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Local 367 here in Anchorage. Rugged Radios, this is our first time using radios this year, and it's kind of like, man, how do we ever ride without these before? Pretty cool. Having communication out there. Total Truck and Accessories, Able Body Shop, Alaska Industrial X-Ray, Anchored Sheet Metal for building us some sweet-looking tanks again this year. Bearing Air up in Nome. Doug at Fine Line Interiors has always been behind us and pretty much doing whatever we need there. Thanks, Doug. I'll let Chris have it from here.
Yeah, Starting Line Products, Velocity Sled Performance, Power Mad, United Rentals, Morgan Enterprises, Northern Solution, Indy Specialties, Nitro Trailers, Trijet Manufacturing Services, Christy Hedrick, Jeremy Hansen, one of my buddies that he's helped us every single year, Ginny Emmons, Mike's mom's a big help for us and always supporting us. My buddy Mike Estrawn, he's the one that makes our sleds look good every year and helps us out all the time. Definitely would like to thank my wife and kids for letting me do this and being able to do this forever.
Oh yeah, we'd just like to thank some of the folks along the trail that help us out. Manzi and Sweepy and McGrath, huge help for us every year. Appreciate you guys. Barney and Misty and Takatna for helping us out with fuel and some logistic stuff before the race. We didn't get to ride past McGrath this year. We were doing a training run and decided to turn around based on weather on the coast. But thank you guys anyway. Appreciate you guys. I'd like to thank Dietrich and his family in McGrath for helping us out and cooking us a nice breakfast a couple weeks ago when we were there. Butch and Elizabeth Captain and Ruby, Aggie Katungan and Unila Cleet's been awesome for us over the years. We stay with her every year in Unila Cleet, and she cooks us just mounds of food, and she's pretty awesome there. So just, yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks all the volunteers and everybody for making it happen again. Everybody be safe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks again to all our sponsors for making this possible. And to all the racers, good luck and be safe. Yeah. Don't forget to join us at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning at Deshka Landing for the Pro Class start. Racers, this is a reminder that you cannot move your machines until given permission by the race marshals. We know you want to get them out of here, but we want to make sure we do that safely. So again, please don't move your machines until you're given permission by the race marshals. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you at Deshka at 11 on Sunday.
Cyber attacks are increasing in size, sophistication, and cost, with businesses facing challenges such as limited resources, low employee awareness of threats, compromised devices, and data leaks. It's critical to have a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy in place. Is your business secure? Take the next step toward protecting your business and ultimately your reputation. Contact Alaska Communications today.
That's the sound of freedom. You have the freedom to ride in the powder or on the trail. You have the freedom to choose the best products for your sled without risking your warranty. AMSOIL Interceptor delivers proven protection in every brand of snowmobile and keeps power valves clean. Plus, it flows in cold better than manufacturer-branded oils. In America, federal law protects your freedom to choose the brand of parts and lubricants you want. Don't get told what to do. Exercise your freedom to choose the best. Choose AMSOIL.